Steve, I just wanted to tee this up by just covering a little bit of your career background. So you were born
good stuff, I hope.
Yeah, in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. You still live in Oak Ridge. You're here with your wife Debbie, who's here, and your two daughters, Brooke and Sarah. Went to University of Tennessee. Started your career as a civil, structural, and architectural engineer for Catalytic Inc. in North Carolina, where you worked as a design engineer and then you worked a group leader. You then moved on to Department of Energy in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. There you worked within the engineering construction division, and you started working on cleanup projects. And you started working on small but politically charged projects in various states, and we started to see a theme starting to develop. So your next assignment was a project manager for Department of Energy at Weldon Springs. You started off as the deputy project manager, working your way to become the manager in 1989. So this established you as a leader and a manager of complex, large environmental cleanup programs, something else that we're going to see more of. So it was a complex site. It was the first site to be listed on the the EPA's National Priority List. You had to work with all the stakeholders, including EPA, the state, the community, and you personally engage with the community in every possible setting to make sure that their expectations were met. During the course of the work, the site was awarded OSHA's Volunteer Protection Programme Recognition for Safety. And in 2001, the Association of Geologists give this project their Outstanding Environmental Engineering Project of the Year. And also, it was the first DOE site closure. And this was years ahead of any end state closure or any other site being closed. So you did the very first one. Your next assignment was at Fernald. So you were responsible for all aspects of this multi-billion-dollar cleanup. Again, working with stakeholder groups, the media. Fernald was heavily influenced by local activist groups who had direct access to the White House and many points in between. And this made community relations so important. You worked with the community. You engaged in monthly meetings, you worked with the residents, and the project was completed to everyone's satisfaction, and you achieved DOE's second site closure. It's a theme from it. So your next assignment was US Department of Energy, Assistant Manager for Environmental Manager at Oak Ridge. You were responsible for all environmental cleanup work at the Oak Ridge Reservation at Oak Ridge, Tennessee. The work included D&D of large industrial facilities. You were responsible for every aspect of the work: safety, scope, cost, schedule, community relationships. And one of your achievements was the whole road. Something that was critically important to achieving clean up at Oak Ridge. And we're going to hear a little bit more about the whole road from Ken and Laura in a little bit. So your next assignment was with TVA. You were the general manager for the Kingston Ash Recovery Project. Under your leadership, that was successfully transitioned from an emergency into a disciplined, focused project with a defined course of action. And again, in February 12, that was awarded with the TVA President's highest honour for work done for the time period that you were there.
Can I throw a bone to Bob Deasty, because he's the fellow that sat on the other end of the trailer with me and let us get our job done. And I mean, if it hadn't been for him, we'd still be out there.
So from 2015, 2016, you were a technical advisor, again working as an advisor to EM2 and the Office of Tank Waste and Nuclear Material. And then I'm glad to say in 2016, you joined Jacobs as an engineering program manager. Still to this day, he serves as a program manager and technical advisor for our government programs. And one of the jobs he did there was leading the process facility build out project for DOE, EM, and he turned that project into the success that it is today. So the common theme there is, Steve, wherever you went, you made a difference. You know, you closed 2 sites, you were critically enabler for the 3rd one at Oak Ridge. You just made such a huge contribution to everywhere that you worked, including Oak Ridge. So to recognise that achievement, I'm so pleased, proud and honoured to present you with your very own Muddy Boot Award 2021. And as that sinks in, I've done you a plaque, and this plaque shows all the previous Muddy Boot Award winners. So just to put it into perspective, your name is up here and it'll be up in the ETEC building with senators, congressmen, company presidents, newspapers, and your name. I mean, even Jenny Freeman's name's on it. And your name will be up there too.
Wow, I would have never figured that. That's very nice of you. And you know, this was all about you all and how good everybody was at pulling together to get stuff done, wasn't it? I mean, you know, it really was. And I don't think I've ever worked with a group of people at any of these places that didn't have, you know, we started Weldon Springs and none of us knew what the hell we were doing, but we figured it out after about 2 years. But everybody, that's just everybody I've worked with has been such a pleasure, and then without you, think where we'd be. I mean, it was just really, really the best career anybody could hope to have.